20s are for growth.
Falling in love, and taking risks. You can't waste them.
Not your golden years. They're precious. See more, do more, and be more.
Hi, welcome back to my 20s diary. So today I'm going to be talking about one of the 16 goals I had for age 22. We are in dancing. I just wanted to be like, I like the idea of being super in tune with your body and just like being able to freely move and just like be confident every step and every wiggle that you make. Like when you shake your shoulder, it's purposeful. I like that like innate grounded feeling of confidence. I really feel like dancing is the way to get there. So I took one dancing class. I took belly dancing for 2 quarters, so like 20 weeks, once a week for 2 hours ish, I believe. A blast. I had a blast from the very first class. Insert clip. Y'all, that was so fun. You know when you do something and immediately you're like, oh my god, my mom should do this. That's how good it was. It was so good that I was like, oh my god, I wish my mom could have the joy of doing Egyptian belly dancing too. So I'm gonna recommend her this as well. People, they were so nice, very pretty, beautiful. And I feel like maybe dancing just makes you extra beautiful. I was just like, oh my god, and you guys are so comfortable moving your bodies and stuff. So this is perfect. I'm so glad I did this. So glad. I was ranting and raving. I got out, I called everyone I knew. I said, enroll in dancing, come to this class with me. This is so much fun. The endorphins, everyone's so nice. I was ranting and raving. And so here I come to my YouTube. Of course, it's my diary, so I get to tell y'all all about it. And I definitely recommend anyone who's interested, get into dancing. Even if you're not interested, just like try it, because I didn't think that I would. And I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life. I already made a decision to myself. After the class ended, I said I'm going to be enrolled in a dancing class or like seeking out dancing for the rest of my life just because of this. So that's why when I'm making my boards and making my 16 goals for every age of my 20s to try and enrich and improve my 20s and push myself, I'm always like, well, am I really going to like that I put this here? Like, am I going to be mad at myself every day? Like, I could have been sleeping in bed and yet here I am hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro. But most of the time it's yes. I'm glad I pushed myself, and in this case it's the same as well. So I'm gonna give you all the reasons why I found that I'm really enjoying dancing. First of all, I'm bad at dancing. This has nothing to do with being good at dancing. It has nothing to do with getting on the stage, becoming a backup dancer. I'm bad at dancing, and yet I'm still gonna continue for the rest of my life. That's how you know, because everyone wants to be good at something that they're doing every day. I do not care. I'm doing it for other reasons. So here we are. Number 1, endorphins. Dancing, let's find up the research papers. Let's put in the article names. Dancing gives you endorphins or whatever, serotonin, whatever it is. Like your brain is seeking that happy feeling from dancing. And I didn't know, and I was there. I was like, whoa, is this the music or is it me? Because I'm feeling happy. So that's one. If you're feeling like, seek help. But like if you're just like, oh, I don't know, I'm just not it's just blah, and nothing's going on but it's just blah, try dancing. Makes you feel good from your brain chemistry to your blood. Number 2, and you're in community with others, and not just like in community as in you see people and you're greeting people every day, which is also super important, to be speaking to people every day, because that doesn't happen, especially if you're like remote or something. But no, it's like being a part of something bigger. Like when they say go step left, you feel like one of those fish. Oh my god, that's such a good analogy. You feel like one of those fish in like the sea colonies. Everyone's going left, you're in sync, you're just like, oh, this is so human. So like I'm a part of something, that type of community. And then on top of that, number 3, a lot of the classes that I've taken have been like intergenerational. So it's not just like all the people in your own age group, which is also like very fun and nice, but there's people who are older, the people who just got married, who just had kids, who just came back from backpacking. So there's so many stories and things that you can learn from people. I was when you get there, you're like, oh, how's everybody, what are you doing this week? And I was like, oh, I'm going to New York. They're like, girl, I live there, let me tell you all the spots. And we had a blast because of that person. So just like that networking, that mesh, like yes. And then this is also a place that generates like talking too. So there's not just like a place you go, you're silent, you're with people, and then you leave and nothing. You never but be like, hi, my name is, but this is like, oh, hi, my name is, now swing. You know what I mean? And of course, in that realm, number 4 is of course the friendships that you get there, because like you're gonna see them, it's routine, you see them, they kind of probably have the same interests as you. Even if not, that's another way to find people with different interests. I found that I had made a lot of friends there. The hack that I would do, which I don't know if I'm exposing myself here, was if I would go there, someone of course would tell you their name. It'd be like, oh hi, I love this compliment about you, da 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 da, and then you talk a little bit during class. And then right when I got to my phone, I'd be like, okay, the top person who looks like this, because I'm bad with like names to face a little bit. So I have to jot down like specific, the thing. She has a mole on her forehead. Her name is this. She lived here, because they tell you this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I just take a little bit of notes, so that when I come back, I'm like, oh, how's your son's first day of school? How was that? Like stuff like that. So then people are like, oh, she cares, da da da. Oh, like how would I tell you over coffee? Oh my God, let's go get coffee after this. And it's a fun way, because after you're exercising a lot too, you're like, oh, does anyone want boba or something? And then hashtag friendship. So this is also a fun way, because some people are like, yeah, I make friends, and I'm like, okay, but is this a natural progression? And I feel like dance classes and dancing is a natural progression to friendship. Number 5 I have is fixed posture, and also the muscles that you get from it. I don't know if any muscles popped when I did that. But yeah, fixed posture. My back, I had such bad posture, I'm not gonna get off, but like when you go like this and your lower back aches from that, and belly dancing, your back has to be straight. So like 3 weeks of her being like, fix your back, and me practicing at home, I literally fixed my posture. And I didn't even notice. Just one day I'm just sitting and I was like, oh, my back never hurts anymore. And anytime I just check, my posture is like perfect in my lower back. So now I want another one for my shoulders, so my shoulders can always not be rounded and stuff. It's important to get posture because you don't want to get injured. And then also it's an exercise. Tiana Taylor, she says she doesn't exercise, she just dances. And that's completely true. When I was going like this, I said, is anyone oblique hurt, or is it just me? Like, you kind of have to do some conditioning once in a while, so then you're kind of doing Pilates at the same time, like. And then number 6, which is one of the main reasons I signed up, was being comfortable, being wiggly and jumpy, and like sometimes breaking that touch barrier, and just like you just feel a little bit awkward in your own body. After a while with dancing, you'll be like, yeah, bodies go like this, and I can really control my body can go tick, 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 tick. And it's just like a comfortableness that I feel like I have never reached before that. Maybe yoga could also do something similar, but I feel like that's a little bit more mental. Like, this is really like, my back never did, I was never like this before. You know what I mean? You have to see my belly dancing. Actually, I really had a good time, you guys. I really did. So did I tell you I signed up for belly dancing?
Yes.
Okay, so today we were working on arms, and everything is frozen solid. I suck so bad. Everybody was just so natural. They're like, I think it's like literally water bending is how to think about it. I have to be like this, but I was just like, and I was like, oh, like this, and she's like, I was like, okay, thanks, guys. I said, I'm new. So anyways, we were like this, and it was like, oh my gosh, and she's like, push the water. I was like, okay, pushing, and then up and down. I said, okay. And then today, so we're working on our shimmy, which is back and forth. So this helps me, because before I was like this, and she's like, okay, stop, everybody. I was like, oh, me again? Okay, sorry. But anyway, so it was like this.
Yeah.
Any questions on what we learned today?
So you're not working on dances, you're just working on like being able to like segment your body.
Even better than dances, we're learning improv. Yes, and she literally threw us in the circle, and then she's like, well, no, go. What did I do? I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, yes, guys, yes. So I was actually proud of that. I think that's better for me, because like I wouldn't remember choreography after like 2 months, but if every like party, so next time you see me at a party, hey guys, hey, and then I kind of suck, but it's okay. They're nice enough, so yeah, you should sign up. Yeah. Yes. Number 7, of course, is the LA meme of how all the LA choreographer dancers wear their clothes in like funny, happy ways. But like, that's so whimsical and so fun. Like, yes, I wanna get to a place where I feel comfortable. Well, I am comfortable. I wear whatever. But I like the idea that I can like hop on to new fashion trends that I would never peep, because it's a little part of a subculture, but that I'm now in the in-group in, so it's okay. I like discovering new ways to wear clothes. Like, dancers wear clothes and you feel like, is it supposed to be worn like that? And they're like, no, it makes you feel the dance better. And then you're like, yeah, and then suddenly you'll be going every which way. And I think that's amazing and whimsical, and I love that. Another huge benefit Number 8 is new music and an appreciation of mixes. I feel like I never appreciated a good mix. I was like, okay, what does a DJ do? What is a mix? Like, what does a song have to mesh together? Just click next. I don't know. But in dancing, you kind of want to go to the next one, especially like Zumba and stuff. It's just like the next song, you don't really want to break. And when it goes together, you're like, oh, you're in a flow state and you get a new appreciation. And then you can also get introduced to new music, like belly dancing, obviously. I did Egyptian belly dancing, so I got introduced to a lot of Egyptian music. And then also like the warm-up songs. I'm like, oh, when did they release that? This is in the 70s. Just like, it's never a bad thing to discover new music. So those are my 8 positives that come to mind, and those should just do it. And it's just like, just fun and like learning stuff. And your brain, okay, how about number 9? It's good for your brain to be learning stuff. Body connection, like good for your brain. It has to be like good for dementia or something. I'm making that up, but I'm sure it's true. Put in the articles. I said that I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. So what I think I'm going to be doing is enrolling. I have a whole list of all the dances and specialties. Like anytime I see somebody dance on like my For You page on TikTok, or somebody's describing it to me, or like one of my instructors like, oh, I teach this class and this class and this, I'm like, oh, good idea. So then I'm never going to be bored for the rest of my life. It's not like I'm just going to be doing one discipline, which maybe I'll fall in love with one and maybe that's what will happen. But I'm not intending to do one discipline. I have so many that I just want to tip my toe in, because I'm not putting the expectation that I need to be amazing at this, because I have 2 left feet. The quick ball chain, I'm still to this day. I've taken hip hop in my senior year of high school, belly dancing, I do Zumba sometimes. I did ballroom dancing back in the day, in 5th grade. The LAUSD kids know. Line dancing back in the day. Yeah. So I guess I did have some introduction to dancing, but I never really had an appreciation for it in ways that I did now. So I hope this encouraged you and influenced you a little bit to take up dancing. And if it didn't, I'm gonna share one embarrassing story for me from my childhood to just further push you to be like, you don't have to be like a dancy person or like an outgoing person to be just signing up and going to a class by yourself. The year was 1st grade. The year was 1st grade, and my mom had signed me up for hip hop, and I remember she picked me up. I said, okay, let's go home. And she said, I have the after school program for you. And I said, okay, I never heard about this. And you really can't spring stuff up on me like that, especially as a kid. I was so shy and introverted. And she shouldn't have even told me. She literally should have been like, let's go get candy. And I would have just walked myself up into that room and been like, who are these people? But instead she's like, oh, I signed you up for hip hop. I said, no, I'm not going. And she's like, no, I signed you up. I said, I'm scared. I don't know I'm scared. I don't know what the heck I was imagining, but 1st grade was, I transferred in the middle of the year. I was struggling. And I was crying. And then she was trying to drag me. I remember we got halfway there. We were almost to the bungalow. And then my nose started bleeding, and it was not a good look. I used to cry so bad. My nose used to start bleeding. That was like my hack trick to get out of stuff. And she relented. She said, all right, I'm sorry. And I said, thank you for understanding. I'm out. And I never did it. And every single year since I was like, in high school, I was like, I would have been a really good dancer if I stayed in that class. Or maybe not, but like, anyways, just so you know, it didn't come natural to me, but I'm going to be doing it. So if anyone needs some inspiration for some dance classes, these are the ones I've written down that I definitely want to get into. These ones for when I'm older, I want to get into formal dance. I want my hair slicked back. I want to be going salsa, foxtrot, whatever those are, I'm there. But I'm thinking I'm going to give myself till I'm like 40 to maybe get my 2 left feet to be right and left, and we'll see. Ballroom, so the one I was describing was ballroom. So salsa, ballroom, Bacardi, silk fan, of course belly dancing, pole dancing, house dance class, aerobics, bachata, line, esquita, which is like an Ethiopian dance. See if there's any more. And all of those have subsections. So I hope this was a fun video, and I hope just try it out. And if anyone, hey, I'm taking friendship applications. If anyone wants to come dancing with me, and then also dancing in the club counts. Dancing in the club counts. I didn't count it out. Okay, you're entirely up to you. See more, do more, be more. See y'all later.